I got all, oh no, I missed one. I was pretty sure there were 4. So there's, yes, Nori, I know. They look so good, don't they? She agrees. Also very curious how people sleep with their hair in Bantu knots. Genuinely, if anybody knows how to preserve Bantu knots, send help because I do not know. Hey guys, welcome to another video. My name is Kelly Rose. This is by Kelly Rose, the channel. Yes, it's literal. By Kelly Rose, meaning by myself, Kelly Rose. Welcome to another video. I post new videos every Friday about all things lifestyle, so hair, skincare, makeup, nails primarily, and fashion primarily. So if you're interested in any of those things, please consider giving me a subscribe, liking this video, hit the bell notification to hear when I post a new video. And let's get right into it. So today I'm going to be showing how I do my Bantu knockouts. This has been requested actually on my TikTok, so I'll be posting probably a short form of this on TikTok. If you'd like to follow me on TikTok, all my socials are in the description box below. But I'm going to show a little bit more in depth here on YouTube of how I do my Bantu knockouts. I don't do Bantu knockouts that often. As I said in my blow dry, blowout comparison video, I typically do a braid out because I like that I can wear the braids out of the house. So for instance, if I'm going to ballet class, going to the gym, going to the grocery store, you know, things where you're not necessarily trying to have your hair like super styled and aesthetic and like living your best life, I tend to just leave my braids in and put them in a ponytail under a hat or put them in, you know, a bun or whatever and like live my life. And then I'll take it down for like dinner or date night or something fancy like that. I don't really wear my hair out all the time because it tends to get very frizzy and tangled, and we're in like spring monsoon, early monsoon season in Atlanta for some reason. It's been raining all week. So it's really better for all involved if my hair stays contained. I just blew my hair dry and put it in these twists just to keep things stretched and detangled. So I have 4 twists here. Basically how they're twisted is how I would Bantu knot them. So I'd undo these twists and then have 2 Bantu knots per section, giving us a grand total, because yes, we can count, of 8 Bantu knots, 4 on each side. So products wise, I use the exact same products from the blowout video, which I've probably placed somewhere on the screen if you'd like to see a little bit more of how I do my blowout, basically how I got to this state. Watch that video and focus more on the Revere part because that is what I always use. I have since given the Revlon blow dryer to my mother because it does not work for me. So yeah, and you can watch that video for more context, but it just takes too long. The blowout was great, but it takes much longer and it's much more like, you know, arm workout. So I just gave it to my mother because she has way looser curled hair than I do. And for her, it was like a 15-minute blow dry. For me, it was like an hour and a half. So I gave that to her. But I use the Revere, so if you'd like to see how I do my blowouts, you can watch that video and just pay attention to the Revere side because that's how I did my hair today. Using the Aveda Brilliant Damage Control Heat Protectant. And then for the Bantu Knockout section, I will be using my favorite Melanin Hair Care, the Twisting Cream, and the Multi-Use Oil Blend. These are my 2 favorite products. I use them for like every style. It really doesn't matter if it's wet or blown out. I always use these products. The only other thing that I don't have represented here that I use a lot is the leave-in conditioner from the same collection, but I just am out of that, so that's on me. But I love these products. They're very lightweight. They're very like organic and natural. They don't sit on top of my hair and make my hair feel heavy, which is amazing because typically when when the aforementioned humidity gets to my hair and I have to rebraid or retwist or rebantu or whatever it is, I will reapply these 2 products, the cream and the oil, to kind of moisturize my hair and get it a little bit like fluffy and ready for a new application of a braid or something. And then I'll braid it up. That's usually how I sleep with my hair when it's in this blown out style. I'm not as fancy as the initial application and of course this is mainly speaking about braid outs, I will generally just do like a French braid, not put it into all the individual braids that I do when I first do it. That's just because I'm lazy. And I also, like I said, go out and like to just have a style that can go places, but then also can be taken out and be a style itself. So that's generally what I do. Yeah, with all of that said, let's get started. Basically, I'm breaking these twists into 2 sections each. I mean, it's pretty easy because each twist is 2 strands, right? So you just take one of those strands and use that for my Bantu knot. I am putting the twist elongating style cream on first, then sealing it with the multi-use oil blend. And then pretty simple, just twisting it. So, and this is not really intentional, but the back one I twisted away from my face, and this front one I'm twisting towards my face. I don't know if I'll keep up that pattern, but generally if you want more natural looking curls, you want to like twist in different directions, you know, or if you were using a curling iron, then you curl it in different directions. But yeah, just twisting it and then wrapping it around itself to the root, and there you go, my little Bantu knot. It's very small, so these are probably going to be pretty tight curls, and I'm likely to take them out tomorrow. I don't know, we'll see. I mean, I don't have to go anywhere, so they could stay in, honestly. But yeah, that's all I'm doing. And now we're already at the front, just like that. This is a really, really fast install. If I have a wedding to go to or something, you know, even if my hair is already like out and I've worn it in braid outs that week, sometimes I'll just put some cream on it to kind of reactivate sort of malleability. Check if that's a word.
Malleability.
Wow.
Of my hair. And then I'll put a Bantu knot in so that I get some nice wavy curls for an event. I've done that like at Christmas. You know, I didn't necessarily wash my hair and have it fresh, but I would take my hair from the braided or twisted state that it had already been in and then just do Bantu knots prior to the event. Because if you have to style your hair in a pinch, especially if you're like me and you already wear your hair in a blown out state, then it's very easy to pivot and turn any situation into a Bantu knot opportunity. You know, and if I was like cool like Rihanna, I would like part this intentionally and then like wear it as a style, but I'm just doing this for the knot out. As far as products, I should probably have shown this. I am putting about this much, maybe 2 times that on each section, and making sure I concentrate that on the ends. Since my hair is color treated, the ends are the driest bits, so that's usually where I focus my products. And then as far as the oil, it's hard to show, but similar, like, I just rubbed it on both hands, but like a little dollop, like a dime size. And of course, the amount of product that you use is totally up to you and your hair type and texture and what you need. My hair is very dry, but it's also blown out right now, so I don't need as much product. However, when my hair is wet and I'm like doing a twist out on wet hair, I use a ton of product. So it really depends on your hair, and I mean, I'm just showing you how to do Bantu knots, but I figure you know what your hair needs in terms of products and amounts. You might need entirely different products than what I'm using. This is just for, you know, posterity of how I do mine. Yeah. It is so late that I'm actually eating dinner in between what I just filmed and this, and I just wanted to show. Taking a sushi break. It's delicious. And I made French 75s for me and my husband. Very luxurious desk dinner tonight while I film this video. Last section. Truly, all in all, this probably took me, if I didn't stop for dinner, an hour and a half. It's really not that long. All right, so I'm all done. All of the Bantu knots are installed. And if they love me, they'll stay put. Now that one seems to want to come undone, so I might stick a bobby pin in that. That's another pro tip, guys. If your Bantu knots are not staying put, just one of these, kind of grab the loose end between the bobby pin and stick it through the base of your Bantu knot, and that'll hold it. Anyway, the way I sleep with my Bantu knots, I just have this. It's like a sheer satiny scarf that I got on Amazon, and I just kind of fold over one of the corners, put that part around the bottom of my head, so I got like kind of 3 tails hanging, and then I will tie the top bit in a nice little bow, a la housewife in the 20s. Another way you can do this is just by taking the 2 ends, tying them together in the front, and then tying them together in the back. It depends on you and how you find the most comfortable to sleep. I kind of did my Bantu knots intentionally on the loose side so that I can sleep comfortably. Like, I wanted them to be able to flatten down so that I can sleep on them tonight. So that's another thing to consider if you're doing your Bantu knots for a overnight sleep situation to take down the next day. Then don't do them super tight, because they're going to be very uncomfortable to sleep on. But you know, I have a tender head. If you're not tender-headed like me, then YOLO, right? Do whatever you want. This is just my advice as a tender-headed natural. Also, I have the satin lined cap. That's what I usually sleep in at night, and I might put that over this just to have some extra security. So see you in the AM. I'm going to sleep, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. All right. Hello and welcome back. It is the next day. I am sat here. I've been here most of the day with my hair still up because all I did today was laundry, but now it is finally time to take them down and see the final result. I'm not going anywhere today, so I didn't bother putting on any makeup, but I will be taking my hair down just for the sake of not being in a bonnet for, the entire week. So here goes. Like I said, I slept with this on with a cap on top, and I'll put a picture on the screen. But it's just the satin lined caps. They're little like beanies with satin lining and a drawstring in the back. So I put that on top of the bonnet, because the bonnets, they tend to come off in the middle of the night. Like, my bonnet gets up and goes downstairs to watch Netflix and leaves me and my hair to the, to be attacked by the sheets. Anyway, just taking down that first Bantu knot there. It's looking good. We have some nice curl. Oh, Nori's here also. She's coming here for moral support. But yeah, we have some nice curl, some nice spring, and it looks very shiny just from what I can see on camera. The way I take my Bantu knots out is not super fancy. I literally, as you saw, just kind of grab the end and then like pull it until it unravels itself. And then there's this guy that had the bobby pin in it, so let's take that out, and yeah, just literally unwrap it until it gets to a point where it'll just like kind of come undone by itself. Boom, and we're done. And then other side. I got all, oh no, I missed one. I was pretty sure there were 4. So there's, yes, Nori, I know. They look so good, don't they? She agrees. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Woohoo! Look at that. It's literally like the fastest takedown of all the types of styles I do. But that's how they look before I unravel them. They're really just like big ol' curly cues, and then I will just kind of go through and sort of separate the curls where they naturally want to be separated. I have started taking down my hair, like taking all of the Bantu knots or braids out and apart before I go in and separate. Because I have a tendency, I think, to like hyper focus on one section and like try to separate it as much as possible, and then that creates a lot of frizz. Basically, to stop that, I have started taking out the Bantu knot like this, right? All of the Bantu knots are out, and then I can kind of separate the whole side at once and just make sure that it looks good holistically with all of the sections in consideration, rather than just taking it all down without really thinking it through what it's gonna look like at the end. So the one thing I will say about Bantu knots, aside from the fact that I have no clue how I'm gonna sleep on this tonight, is that I get this like I don't know if this is a thing other people get, but like, you know, it's like super flat on the top of your head until that first bend happens, and that first bend is, I mean, it's not really great looking to me. It's like dirt. So, you know, if anyone out there who's a Bantu knot pro can tell me what the heck they do with their hair to make the top look not crazy, that'd be cool. Also very curious how people sleep with their hair in Bantu knots. Like, I would love to wear my hair like this all the time, but it just does not lend itself as well to putting it away as braids do. But this is my experiment week. I'm going to try my best to have this Bantu knot out last all week, because it's my 30th birthday this weekend and we're doing a bit of a thing, and I'd like my hair to look like this for that event. I'd prefer curls over my kind of everyday braid out waves for the birthday festivities. So I will be trying my best to have my hair in this kind of curly state all week. If one day I ever can figure out how to preserve this style over the course of life, this is definitely my preferred way to wear my hair, I would say, because it's just so like pretty curly. My hair's pretty curly. My hair is pretty when curly. Did that make sense? Anyway, yeah. Well, here we are. Here are the final results. Sorry, I'm like kind of looking in the viewfinder and trying to make sure I separated it nicely. But yeah, looks good. It's giving like mom in the 70s, right? Like if I had some high-waist jeans on, then this would be very much a mom vibe. I am actually wearing biker shorts with a sweater, so it's not really the same. But anyway, I like it. I kind of like mom energy for fashion. Is that weird? I'm a fur mom right now, not an actual child mom yet. So here's the final look. Like I said, I think it looks cute. I really mostly just don't have a clue what to do to sleep on this tonight. Like, I would imagine that putting it back in Bantu knots would be the best way to preserve it. Leading up until my birthday, I will be experimenting to try and get this to last, so that when we get to this weekend, I can still have like presentable hair. Thank you guys for watching as usual, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.